everything you just said, right?
Right.
What do you think the perception of Jeezy is versus who Jeezy is?
Right.
Because what you're saying now sounds like what most of your core fans already know about you.
Right.
Exactly what Axe said, all of the activist, socially conscious shit. Do you think that side of you is well represented perception-wise?
I mean, the thing
Or
about
do you even
it,
give
bro.
a fuck?
I don't give a fuck, man. They ain't like, dog, this ain't. I'm not in no popularity contest. Like, man, listen, bro. I'm highly blessed, highly favored. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here living my best life. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I understand where I come from. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't never do this shit to be popular. I ain't do this shit to be cool. I ain't do this shit to be in. I did this shit because that's the only outlet I had. You know what I'm saying? So if people respect me for that, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna always stand on that. I ain't gonna never forget where I came from or what I've been through and the struggle that I had. You know what I'm saying? That's why I go to group homes and do all these things. It's not because I'm trying to write some money off or, you know, get some publicity, which I don't never really report nothing to the press that I really do.
No, we know.
You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, that's why I do it. It's the love. It ain't about money. I've been getting money since I was a teenager, 13, 14 years old. You feel what I'm saying? I bought my mom my first house. You feel what I'm saying? She had several after that. But just like, that's who Jeezy is. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna change that because, you know, he might not know it or she might know it. It's like, that's what, when you see me out, that's who I am.
But wait, tell me how you learned. Tell me, see, you've been that way for a while, but I think what you just said is real important because that's not a trade that most MCs today will make.
Key word, MCs. I ain't an MC, bro. I'm a king. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a general. I'm a you know what I'm saying? I'm a leader. You know how much I've done for my community and my people, for my grind. You know what I'm saying? For my visions, for my passion. You know how many people I gave jobs? How many people I took out the hood? You know how many people I showed the world? You know what I'm saying? You know how many people I put in a position that they can go out and get out the hood and get positions and actually have a family and have kids and live life that they ain't never seen? You know what I'm saying? You know how many times that I've been in a position where if I would give somebody something that I didn't have, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what it's about. You know what I'm saying? That's what we came up from. We came up from looking out for our people, our loved ones, not only in the sense of, you know what I'm saying, like just because you got it, it's because that's an obligation. You know what I'm saying? It's because that's a responsibility. You know what I'm saying? I was blessed with this. You know how many times I probably could have been in prison or dead, how many close calls I had. So every day that I'm here, that's all I really think about. That's why God left me here, bro. Because I'm special when it comes to that. That's why I'm here. So I'm not an MC, nor have I ever claimed to be an MC. I never came in this game and said I wanted to be the greatest rapper or the hottest thing in this shit. Like, that's never been my approach. You know what I'm saying? Ever since day one, I told you, trap or die. You know what I'm saying? That was day one. So for me, it's not about being popular, you know what I'm saying, or in the cool crowd. Never been in the cool crowd. I've been in the real crowd. And I'm gonna continue to do that. So that's why when you hear President Obama shout me out, he respect my integrity, bro. He respect my passion. He respect the fact that I ain't never went astray and forgot who I was. Because 9 times out of 10, your average MC, he's not even who he say he is, bro. He puts on a costume. He's in the mirror. He's practicing and critiquing his craft. When he walks outside, he's scared of the people. He's scared of the life. He's scared of the world because that's not even him. But this is who I am. I came in this game, jewelry, cars, whips. I've been a part of more legendary situations than you can count. You know what I'm saying? And I escaped near death, near prison sentence and everything, and still didn't forget where I come from. Robin Hood, if you will. You know what I'm saying? So I'm never gonna be an MC. Don't ever put me in that bracket. I ain't writing no rhymes. I ain't walking around with no backpacks.
It's still a seed in your music, though. That's what I was saying. We had a conversation. I was like, the more I've listened to you since your first album, I hear growth. Right. I hear growth because your message is more involved, and your message is more to the people.
But not to cut you off, my message has always been about evolving. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be scared to be the best you. You feel what I'm saying? If I listen to what people said when I jumped off the porch, I probably wouldn't have made it off the porch. You feel what I'm saying? I grew up in a trailer. My first trailer that I bought my mom at 13 years old wasn't even big as this room. You feel what I'm saying? I couldn't even fit a bed. Right. And I couldn't even fit a bed in there, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you know, so that just let you know where it's at. You know what I'm saying? My mom lives great now. You know what I'm saying? My family is great. I put my sister through school. I did all these things for these people because I had passion, I had drive, I had integrity, I had all the things that matter. You know what I'm saying? I had humility. Like, that ain't rap shit. I ain't here for that. Y'all keep them niggas over there.
Then why rap?
Huh? Because at the end of the day, that's my way to spread my message. You feel what I'm saying? That's why you have somebody that goes and becomes a preacher. It's like, you know, they might have had their past, they might have been through things, but they learn from their experiences, and that's the way they're spreading their word. You know what I'm saying? This is the way for me to look out for my people and continue to be who I am and use myself and the things that I learned as a gift to others. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't never been about hitting. Who could I compete with? I sold millions of records. My first time out, recording some shit in a nigga basement. You know what I'm saying? And not even knowing how to MC. I didn't even start off in the rap game. I went to my neighborhood and paid for some local kids to become rappers. 3 of them, you know, got killed. The other one called a murder charge. I had no choice but to rap because my money was tied up in it. But I believed in myself well enough to know that if that's something I wanted to do, I could do it. I'm out here living the street life. I hear what these guys are talking about it. They're not going to talk about it better than me. They can't. I'm in it. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that you know that's been in that game and all these kids that you see that's coming up, who you think they got that from? They didn't get it from Tupac. Tupac didn't wear shit like he didn't come in the game like I did. He wasn't talking about real life when he was going through it. I realized that about Pac later on, that all the things that he was talking about, you know what I'm saying, was things that he was seeing, not things that he was actually experiencing. This guy was in arts and dance and poetry and all these different things. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I ain't had that. I had him. So I believe everything he said. So I went out there and I got my grind on because I thought that was the way. So the things that I saw and the things that I learned are rare and unique. You feel what I'm saying? So even when you hear these kids talking about it now today and the way they go about things and why you probably think that, you know, it's cool to be the user now instead of the seller, is because that's the way they're making the game. So I gotta be the big homie because I left it at that. When Pac left, he left his rules, he left his regulations, he left the code. He's no longer here. Who filled that void? Who do you respect? Who says something that you gonna respect? You know what I'm saying? So that's why every now and then when I see the game getting to a certain point, I have to step back out.